Your Instagram stories play a vital role in your engagement rates. So that's why in today's video, I wanted to give you 8 Instagram story hacks that you can use to increase your story views and engagement rates, which will ultimately increase the traffic to your Instagram and therefore generate more leads into your business. Now, last week I talked more about engagement rates and gave some tricks on how you can increase them. And I touched a little bit on your stories portion and gave a couple of tricks there. Where this video, I wanted to dive deeper into things that you can specifically do inside your stories to help you increase your engagement. Now, the reason why your stories are so important and such a vital role to your engagement rates is because they are the most interactive feature that Instagram has. So making sure that we are utilizing that interaction will be really important to increase those engagement rates. Now, like I said, the reason why engagement is such a key role and a thing that you need to measure as far as your funnels go is it shows you how well you are getting seen on the platform and really how well you're getting that traffic that can be poured into your funnels. Hey there, my name is Caitlin Redding and I am a sales and funnel coach to coaches, consultants, and solopreneurs. And here on this channel, I teach you how to generate more leads and more income through marketing strategies like Instagram marketing and funnels, for example. So if you are new here, I suggest you hit that subscribe button and tap on that notification bell so you are notified every week when I post a new video. Now, my question for you guys is, are you seeing engagement rates increase in your stories? Are you seeing engagement even happening in your stories, or is it pretty low? Are only a few people maybe answering your polls or question? Is there not really a whole lot of interaction there? Now, if that is the case for you, I want to invite you over to my close friends group on Instagram. And all you have to do is find me on Instagram at kate.redding and send me a DM, ask me to join my close friends group, and I'll make sure to add you in there where I give more exclusive tips like these ones for my close friends on Instagram. Now, my first tip for you to make your stories more engaging is the obvious, where you're using the engagement tools that they give you and the features that they have built in, like your polls, the slider tools, the questions, that all things. So I'm gonna show you a fun way to use some engagement stickers and something that I like to do. And I find this so creative that people are just more naturally drawn to actually use them. So you're gonna go over into your stories and just take a picture, doesn't matter what it looks like. And then you're gonna go and draw and just change the color. So you can change the other color to whatever you want. I always like to try to stay on brand. And then what I'll do is add in an engagement sticker, the slider tool, and something so simple that you can do is describe your mood today. So asking your audience some kind of question where they can just slide the tool to a certain position that it feels suited to them. So let's go here and just add in some emojis. And then you can go ahead and change that to point to a certain one. Now I'm on an Android, so you're limited there. But now what your audience has to do is they have to go ahead and slide based on where their mood is. So that is a fun little use of an engagement sticker that you can use. Again, it just is more enticing to your audience to actually want to hit and move that tool around. Now, a second tip for you, and one way that you can actually make it look a little bit nicer, is to answer multiple responses to a question in one story. So perhaps you ask people, your audience, a question, did a poll or something, and they all came up with the same answer or same question for you, and you want to respond to all of them. This is a fun, creative way that you can share all of your responses without just having to take a screenshot of the actual answers yourself. So if you watch here, this was a question that I had asked my audience about, just as simple asking them for some book recommendations. So if I wanted to share with my audience everything at once, I would just go ahead and hit one of the responses, say share response, and then again, go ahead, take a picture of you. It does not matter what it looks like. And then go and change the background color to whatever you want to do by pressing and holding, and then place the response wherever you want. And then what you're going to do is actually take a screenshot of that. And I always like to trim it up, save it. So now when you are ready to share it to your stories, you can just go ahead and pull up each response and just keep adding images and layering them on top to give your audience several ideas. Now, the next Instagram story hack that I have for you is a way that you can share your recent posts to your stories and make them look a little bit more enticing for people to click from your stories into the main feed. And what I went ahead and did is create a template for a new post story, and I took the first image or the image that I wanted to share and added it into the template. Now, when I go ahead and share to my stories, what I'm doing is sharing that specific post into my stories, making it as big as possible to fill the screen, and then putting my new post template on top of it. If you go ahead and click into my stories, you're gonna be able to tap right on into that post. Now, with that one, the little trick that I did there is making my new post as big as possible so that it covered the entire screen, and then added an image on top. That way, no matter where anybody clicks on the screen, they will automatically be drawn right into the main feed and right into that post so that they can interact with it there. Now, this is a fun trick, especially for Android users, because Apple users have the ability to just copy images and paste them to their stories, where if you also have an Android, you don't have that luxury. However, there has been a change, and now if you go ahead and screenshot your image on your screen, obviously, and go ahead and share that, go into your stories and go and take a picture, and then press and hold down on your screen. When the paste option pops up, you can go ahead and there is your screenshot right there. Now, a couple new tricks for you when it comes to increasing your engagements and things that Instagram recently rolled out are things like being able to collaborate with your posts. So for example, if you're crediting, say, a photographer or somebody else in your post, if you go and use that tool and add that brand partner, what happens is that person is going to get a notification saying, hey, you've been tagged as a partner in this. Do you want to share it? And if that person says yes, and of course you can send them a message and collaborate and, you know, optimize on that, is what happens is now your post is going to go to their feed as well. So this is just a way that you get more reach and get seen in different networks. So making sure to collaborate with people on posts in your reels is a really key thing to making sure you're tapping into those new networks and ultimately increasing your engagement. Now, of course, to make sure and maximize that in your stories, you're going to add those posts to your stories so that people who are watching your stories will come down to the feed. Now, a fun thing for you to do is using those add yours stickers. This is a new engagement tool that Instagram rolled out. And a fun thing that you can do with this is just by getting people to collaborate together. So here I took a fun little picture of myself. So now if I go in and click the add yours, I can make a prompt like, show me your smile. Show me your smile. And if I go ahead and share that to my stories, everybody can go ahead and add that into add yours. And again, it's just a networking ability to get seen. More people who add to it can see who else has added to that add yours sticker. Now, a next fun thing that you can do, again, this is all about the look of your stories, is using the green screen effect. So how you're going to go and do this is by going over again, obviously into your stories, and then going and in your effects, you're going to go and find the green screen. So it will become a green screen on your phone. And then where it says add media, you can go ahead, add media. And I like to do this when I'm maybe auditing bios or doing something that that I want to show people specifically behind me. Now, my last thing for you, and I thought this was just a really cool tip for anybody to really know, especially when you're doing engagement, is to use the saved replies in your DMs. Now, to do that, you're just going to go ahead and hit the plus button in your message, in your DMs, and where you see the ... is where you can go ahead and respond and create new saved replies. So this can be something like your welcome message. I have shared some tips on all of that before, but regardless, you can create some saved replies that when you're constantly doing the same things, again, in your engagement workflows or anything like that, you can save them. And this makes that entire workflow so much more seamless and so much more easier, especially when you have those same things that you're sending out. So there you guys have it. There are some simple tricks for you guys to do to increase the engagement rates in your stories. Again, your stories are such a key place to have fun, interact with your audience, get your views up, and have that audience retention so that when you post new content, whatever that content type is, they are more drawn to it and more likely to consume it. This will all help in converting your followers right into your side, your funnels, and converting them into paid clients. Now, if this video was fun and helpful, give it a thumbs up. I would love to get your feedback in the comments. And of course, guys, make sure to hit the subscribe button and subscribe to this channel if you want to learn more tips, tricks, hacks, and ways that you can generate more leads and more income for your businesses. Then subscribe to this channel, and I will see you guys here next week with a new video. Bye.